Cheers, I do buckaroos. Now, you might be surprised to know that I'm not really in this little speakeasy behind me. No, really, Tom, you're really not there? Just try to create a mood, man. Just try to create a mood. That's what I do. Anyway, I'm working through. I've got the Stonehill Chambourcin, 13.5%, 2017 Chambourcin, I should say. Let me show that to you. I really like this style. I wasn't really familiar with it until recently, to be honest with you. But I found I really enjoy the Norton, which is an indigenous grape to Missouri. A full-bodied dry red, but I really like the Chambourcin as well. A very full-bodied, very dry red. Yeah, it's like Sahara dry, man. It'll dry you right out, man. I really enjoy it, though. I don't know why. I just do. It's very complex. I love the full-bodied nature of it. Oh, it's gorgeous, man. How are we all doing tonight? I'm kind of hanging out. I take a little pause for the cause there, but I thought I'd come on here at least one more time. I may come on one more as well, but I want to at least get this one in, and we'll see how the rest of the night goes. I finish this bottle of wine off with you. Kind of relax, have a conversation, take it easy. Take it easy. Take a chill pill. Take a pause for the cause, baby. Anyway, bring it back, Tom, will you? I hear a lot of folks talk about it. I've had this conversation with a lot of people. It's okay. I have a conversation with a lot of folks about younger generations, millennials, Gen whatever is after that, as not being hard workers. And I have to disagree because the folks I work with that are a lot of years younger than I am are very hard workers. They are. I mean, they just are. They're used to putting in a lot of hours. They work hard. They do great work. My issue with that younger generation is a sense of humor. Yeah, man. I'm used to being in the room and being very funny, but these guys just don't get me at all. Now they're hardworking folks. I got to tell you, they do great work, but boy, pop culture references not so much. Anything before 2000, they're just not going to get, man. I feel like Rodney Dangerfield every time I make a joke or so. I can get no respect. Yeah, if I want to straight my tie, yeah, I get no respect. Yeah, but it's not just the younger folks I work with. I see that a lot. It seems like that generation. Yeah, they've got a different sensibilities about them, I guess. I feel like a lot of the millennials and Gen Z or whatever it is, whatever they call themselves these days, kids. Yeah, it's like they take everything serious, especially things that aren't meant to be taken serious. Relax, will you, man? Everybody my age and older is cracking up with a joke, and they're looking at me like, "What? Were you serious right there?" No, I'm not serious. I'm rarely serious. I'll tell you when I'm serious. How about that? Assume everything else is meant to be a joke. If it's meant to be serious, I'll tell you. Assume everything else is meant to be a joke. Anyways, I digress. Stuff on an old man, I gotta tell you. Stuff on an old man, man. I become that curmudgeon at the end of the bar. I become that which I did want to be. Now I'm currently that old man at the end of the bar. The curmudgeon, right? The Andy Rooney. Andy who, Tom? Yeah, then you got to be of a certain age to know who Andy Rooney was. Andy Rooney wasn't just a curmudgeon. Andy Rooney was the curmudgeon's curmudgeon. He was Andy Rooney was is what curmudgeons aspired to be. He was the ultimate curmudgeon. He wasn't a curmudgeon. Andy Rooney was the curmudgeon. And some of you are looking at your dictionaries up now. What the hell's a curmudgeon, Tom? uh, a while back, I joked with my wife. I said, I think I'm entering my curmudgeon phase. She says, entering? No, Tom, you're knee deep in it. You've been well into curmudgeon for quite some time now. Anyway, I digress. And it may be the state of the world, right? A lot of us kind of grew up a certain way. So for me, I find I have to find everything humorous, right? Or I'm just going to lose it. So I will find humor in things that really aren't humorous. I just have that need, that pathological need to find something funny in things that are inherently not funny. But I do feel like the younger generation is inherently serious because, well, that's the world they live in. Things just aren't funny. Well, folks my age and older have decided to destroy the planet rather than save it, and for no other reason than greed. So this is what we've left the younger folks deal with. So no wonder they're serious all the time. Because the boomers decide to screw everything up. No, I'm not a boomer. I'm Gen X. But quite frankly, Gen X hasn't done much better. I would like to think we have, and I certainly would love to say we have. But quite frankly, as much as I would love to blame the boomers for screwing everything up, and they certainly haven't helped, I don't think most of us Gen X have done much to help either. So we've left it to these other generations to fix stuff we've screwed up, and they're not happy about it. That's why they don't find anything funny, because we screwed shit up for them. We've done screwed to pooch, and now it's up to them to fix it. No wonder they don't think anything we say is funny. Because we're just not funny to them. We just screwed up their world, man. We polluted, we raped and pillaged, we killed everything, and now we're mad at them for not fixing it immediately. They don't work hard enough. Yeah, they do work hard enough. We screwed everything up. How about we give that generation a pass? And that's kind of the problem, though, in my opinion, is that most Gen X and most boomers will not take responsibility for fucking shit up the way we have. Oh, no, we didn't do it. Yeah, you did. You decided to clear cut land. You decided to strip mine. Ill-fated pipelines that did nobody any good except line pockets of people that were already rich in the first place. So no wonder they're pissed at us. No wonder they don't want anything to do with anybody of a certain age, because we screwed shit up for them. And not only did we screw shit up for them, we're now mad at them for not working as hard as we think they ought to work. They're working plenty damn hard. Trust me. I know. I see some of these folks. I know they're working plenty hard. And there's always a certain percentage of every generation that is a pulling their weight. But it's us boomers and Gen X that want to blame everybody else for not doing what we think we did. We seem to have an inflated opinion of ourselves as we've gotten older. Trust me, that younger generation is doing their thing. They may not be doing it the way we'd like them to, but I don't know that we own any of that moral high ground to judge them with, because as aforementioned, we screwed shit up in the first place. Most of us just don't have the balls to take to accept the blame. I'm here for Gen X on behalf of Gen X. Yeah, I apologize. We fucked shit up. We did. Not as much as the boomers. The boomers are much worse than my generation. Oh, yeah, those guys are assholes. Those boomers won't accept responsibility for anything. Oh, they're assholes, those boomers are. Every single fucking one of them. They're all sons of bitches. Every boomer you ever meet's an asshole. They're, they're selfish, they're greedy, and they don't give a rat's ass about anything but themselves. That's a boomer for you. And Gen X, we're not quite that bad, but where Gen X screwed up is we were apathetic, right? We didn't do the things we should have did because we would rather blame that generation, this generation, rather than say, okay, well, we screwed up too. We didn't fix the shit we knew needed to be fixed because we were hoping somebody else would do it. That's where Gen X screwed up. So we're pissed at Gen Z and millennials and everybody else because we don't think they're pulling the weight that we didn't pull either. And that right there is the fundamental problem with boomers, Gen X, all of us. Is the reason we're mad at the other generations because they're not doing what we think they should be doing. The shit that we didn't do that we think we did. And we didn't fix his shit, but then we want to act like we did. No, we did nothing, man. The boomers fucked it up. The Gen X was apathetic about it, and we blame Gen Z and every generation after us for not doing the shit that we should have done in the first place. So I'm just gonna have some wine. Anyway, let's see who else I could piss off. Who else can I irritate this evening? Gen X, Gen Z, boomers. Was there ever a bigger asshole set of a generation than the boomers? I'm telling you. I've got 3 older siblings, all boomers, all part of the problem. Not a one of them part of the solution. Oh no, they're very hardworking, every single one of them, very intelligent. Still part of the problem. Anyway, I digress. Gen X, hey, here's the Gen X. Here's the generation that should have fixed shit, but we were too apathetic to get a damn thing done. We're too busy blaming the boomers and everybody else to do the shit we should have done in the first place. Now we're mad at the other generations for not doing the shit that we should have done. Anyway, does that make it? I'm kind of doing a routine. Abbott Costello, who's on first? Anyway, I digress. I kid the boomers because, well, I can. Because if we're talking about generations that have no sense of humor, we're talking about the Gen Z and millennials that have no sense of humor. Boomers aren't funny, man. They just aren't. You've got a handful of comments. Okay, I'll give you those. But most boomers have no sense of humor whatsoever. They're very serious folk. They just want to keep telling you how hard your life is or how hard their life was and how easy your life is. How do I know this? I just mentioned. How do I know this? I've got 3 older siblings, all boomers. Yeah, I've heard it all. How tough they had it. Yeah, you had it rough, did you? You didn't have it as rough as I have. You know why? Because you didn't have to listen to how hard your life is like I've had to. That's how much I've had it harder because I had to listen to your shit too. Yeah, that's all Gen X ever heard is how hard everybody else had it before them. Gen X we had it easy. We had it easy, yeah. Yeah, Gen X had it rough because we had to listen to all those boomers bitch and moan all those years. We had to listen to all their nonsense and complaining about everybody else while they got around to just ruining the planet and fixing nothing. They wanted to buy gas-guzzling cars and clear-cut land and strip mine everything, but they had it hard. Okay. Anyway, I digress. But you had it tough. You did. Uh-huh. Yeah, had it a lot harder than we did. Yes, you did. Okay. All right. Excuse me. I'm kind of busy right now, not giving a rat's ass what you think. I don't care. Oh, boomers. Was there ever a generation more bitchy than the boomers? I swear to goodness, nobody pissed and moaned more than the boomers. So when I hear these younger folks go, okay, boomer, I just want to make sure they're not talking to me because I'm the very first year of Gen X. I led it, man. I led that revolution. I led that apathy right up until we just screwed the pooch. Yeah, I was right there. Yeah, we were the big generation of I don't care. We're not going to fix anything. We're just going to say I don't care. It's not my problem. That's where Gen X screwed up because we had the ability to fix stuff and we chose not to. We didn't bitch about it as much as the boomers, but we didn't try to fix it either. So that's where we screwed the pooch. Now, Gen Z, millennials, will they make it better? Hell, who knows? But the whole crock about how they don't work and they're lazy, that's a whole lot of bullshit too. Because I work with a lot of youngsters that work their ass off, so I'm not buying that shit neither. Ugh. So what are you doing to fix things, Tom? I ain't doing a damn thing. I don't care anymore. I just told you I was a Gen X and apathetic. I've already been through that, right? Yeah, anything I was going to try to fix, I would have tried to fix it. I did. But now it's too late for me, man. It's too late for my generation. We didn't screw the pooch. We screwed up. I'm taking the blame for the entire Gen X. I'm saying we all screwed up. It's up to the millennials and Gen Z and whatever comes after that. It's up to you guys now to make things right. Because we were too much about greed and apathy to do the right thing. We wanted to line our pockets. We didn't care what forests got cut down. We didn't care what land got strip mined. We didn't care about pipelines ruining everything. Oh, no, we don't care about any of that. Oh, no. We were just too busy blaming everybody else for doing shit. We didn't see it. We didn't see it as our problem to fix things. Oh, no. So now it's up to you all. So here you go. I'm going to pass that torch along. Anyways, I digress. I digress, man. Ah. Oh, mercy. Gen X. I don't even know what they're going to keep calling the next generations. We're going to have to invent letters, right? Wait a minute. Gen X, Gen Z, millennials. I don't even know what's next, man. Yeah, zillennials, a subset of. We're just making shit up at this point. Nobody knows what to call any future generations. They're just making stuff up. We're from boomers to Gen X. So we're the generation that just didn't care about a damn thing. We weren't necessarily blaming everybody, but we weren't going to fix it either. We figured everything gone wrong with the country, world, was everybody else's problem but ours. We were just going to play music. We were going to play music very loudly, take whatever was available at that time, and we just weren't going to care. It worked out very well for us. It worked out very well for you, didn't it, Tom? Yeah, so no, we can't pass the blame on Gen Z, millennial. We can't pass that buck. I mean, we screwed up. We can't expect them to fix everything we screwed up in the first place. And then I go back to the boomers. That's the problem with the boomers is that's exactly what they expect. They created the mess and expect the following generations to fix it. And when the generation doesn't, then they blame them for not working hard enough. No, they're working plenty hard. Trust me. It's not up to them to fix the shit we broke. We broke it. We broke it. We expect them to fix it. Anyway, I digress. That's the rant I got for you tonight, man. That's the rant I got. Believe it or not, that was completely non-scripted and off the cuff. It really was. That certainly wasn't my intention to going through when I first started the video. In all honesty, it just kind of came to me. Sometimes it just comes to me in waves. Things just enter. I don't know. Usually, I don't even know what I'm going to say next. It just happens, man. It's organic. It's a natural conversation I typically have with myself. Anyway, I digress. Uh, bottom line, hell, man. That was all in fun for the most part, except for the part about the boomers. That part was 100% accurate. I kid the boomers because, they deserve it. They deserve it. Fuck them. Fuck those boomers. No, I mean, bottom line, the truth is we all need to share the blame. To blame the younger generations for not fixing the stuff that we broke in the first place is a problem. But the bigger issue is that the boomers and a lot of my generation, Gen X, won't admit that we're the ones that screwed stuff up in the first place. We're the folks that clear cut the land. We're the folks that strip mine. We're the folks that did this, that, and the other. We made the mistakes. Now we're expecting this generation to jump up and fix it when we screwed the stuff up in the first place. Now, come on. That generation's working hard enough. Leave them alone. If boomers had any balls, they would admit they made a mistake and start trying to fix it themselves rather than push it on the next generation. But if you've got any boomers in your family, they're not ever going to take that responsibility. They're just not. They'd rather blame the younger generation for not doing the stuff that they should have done in the first place. As a Gen X, I'm going to admit that, yeah, we should have done a lot of things a whole lot different. But we were too busy being apathetic about everything to get anything done. Anyways, I digress. I am Tom, the whatever, whiskey whisperer, beer whisperer, but I'm having some wine, so I'm going to go into my typical spiel. I do like this, boy. The more I discover wine, the more I am enjoying drinking wine. To be honest with you, I never saw myself as a wine guy. To be honest with you, because I do love my craft beer and I do like the whiskey, but I am starting to find a real appreciation for wine, especially the drier reds. And again, two that have really jumped out at me is the Norton, which is an indigenous grape to Missouri, but the Chambourcin. There's something about the Chambourcin I really enjoy too. But the Chambourcin is very, very dry. But I love the full body nature, the complexity. I really enjoy this one quite a bit. So anyway, this is a Stonehill version. This one really is rather affordable. I did buy it on sale. It was about 13 on sale. Typically, I think it's 18, so it's not crazy expensive in the first place. But I do enjoy buying local-ish, if you will, rather than those big names everybody knows. They don't need my money, so I'm gonna buy as much of these little guys as I can. Anyway, one more time with feeling, you know who I am. I'm gonna skip to the end, say all around good guy, and launch you. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.